guys, this is Inside the NFL Today. My name is Damon, and today we're going to talk about the Combine with the O-Line. This is the first day, and today is Saturday, and I just watched a lot of the O-Line drills earlier today and got to see some of the guys that we're going to see in the draft. Now, personally, I think this O-Line class is the thickest by far out of any of the other positions in the 2013 draft, and that's why I'm really excited to see these guys, because one of my teams, the Colts, and there are a lot of other teams that really need an offensive lineman in the draft, and this is going to be a good one to get some, because there's a lot of top-end talent. So, first off, I'm going to tell you the guys that I think are really good. There's Lane Johnson, Luke Joeckel, Chance Warmack, Jonathan Cooper, Kyle Long, and Eric Fisher, who are all really amazing guys I saw from the Combine. I want to talk about one guy in specific that really impressed me at the Combine, and that was Kyle Long. I didn't know he's out of Oregon, and he's a tackle or a guard. He's going to go one or the other. He played tackle in college, and he could go really either position. One thing that really impressed me about him during a lot of his drills is he has extremely good footwork, and he's extremely athletic. Personally, if he drops to the Colts the first round, I wouldn't mind them using a pick on him. Whether there's other guys on the board, other tackles, and other guards on the board, he might be somewhere where I want my Colts to go. This guy is really athletic. You can watch some of the Combine tape. He does a really good job with his footwork, and when you watch some of the drills, you'll see he has a really natural ability to move his feet. One of the things that Mike Mayock was talking about during the Combine that I've observed over some of the players is it's a big deal whether you can see these guys looking at their feet during the drill. If they're looking at their feet, that means they're concentrating a lot, and it's maybe is a little harder for them to get their feet in movement all the time. That doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. But Kyle Long is one of the guys that I saw that every drill he was never looking at his feet, yet he was still doing these things flawlessly. And that really speaks to how much of a natural blocker and natural footwork guy he is. And that's why I was really, really impressed with him when I saw him do some of these drills this morning. I wrote his name down immediately, and I'm like, dang, this guy needs to rise up draft boards. I haven't seen him in anybody's first round, and before this morning, I had never heard his name, which is very surprising for a guy who looked this good. Now, he was at Oregon Pac-12, so you know he's playing some pretty good guys in the Pac-12, playing some pass rushers from Stanford who are pretty good. And he altogether, this guy is probably a pretty good guy that a lot of people have overlooked. So as we go forward, I think you guys really need to look this guy up. Look up Kyle Long highlights, and really look for him to be a guy whose stock rises, and maybe he ends up late in the first round. I don't really know how his draft stock is going to go from here, but I would be thrilled if my Colts got him. So another guy that I'm really impressed with is Lane Johnson out of Oklahoma. He's a guy who's really athletic. He played quarterback in high school at one point, and he played tight end in college at one point, and he ran a blazing fast 40. The official time for his 40 was 4.72 seconds, and that is an incredible time for an offensive lineman, and I would really like the Colts to get him too. Him along with Kyle Long would be two of my favorable picks if they dropped to the Colts. It looks like they're going to go about that area, so I'd really like the Colts to get a guy like that if he doesn't go to free agency. Whether you're a fan of Colts or whether you're a fan of another team, really, really look at those two guys. Those two guys were some of the highlights of my draft. I would say I like Luke Joeckel, but he's probably going to go high in the draft anyway. Same thing with Eric Fisher and Chance Warmack. That's why I don't mention them too much in this video. But Lane Johnson and Kyle Long are two guys who really, really impressed me this weekend, especially Kyle Long. If somehow Kyle Long gets to the second round and your team is in need of a tackle or maybe even guard he could go to, tackle is a better position for him though because of his athleticism and natural ability outside on the outside of the line. I would really look for your team to tackle him. I'm super hyped about this guy. You guys should be super hyped about this guy. And this is going to be a guy I'm specifically going to be following up until the draft time. And let's hope we can get this guy with a late first round pick, because I'd really like to see him go there, and I think he has the talent. going back to the O-line overall, this draft has an amazing O-line class. If your team chooses an offensive lineman in the first round, chances are he's going to be an amazing guy, and chances are you're going to have a really good player on your team. And I'm just marveling at the chance about this guy, all these guys. Chance Warmack, Jonathan Cooper, those guys are both guards. Eric Fisher, offensive tackle. Luke Jokel, offensive tackle. Kyle Long, offensive tackle. And Lane Johnson, offensive tackle. I'm really looking at all of these guys being able to go to the NFL level and improve any line they're on. So follow this O-line class. I think it's probably the strongest, if not second strongest in this class, in the 2013 draft class. And I'm really psyched about this stuff. I hope you guys are. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you liked. And watch next, as tomorrow I'm going to be watching the quarterbacks, running backs, and one other quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and I'm going to be talking about them afterwards, what I liked about them. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.